What is up, PokeRuss Army? It is Russ here, PokeRuss here, and we're going to go over some new Monster Hunter news. They just had an awesome video online today that talked about all the new Monster Hunter stuff coming out this upcoming spring, and with me I have my buddy and fellow hunter, Jolly.
Yo.
Okay, so we're going to go over all this new stuff that they talked about today during the video. You want to tab out or kind of watch, you're going to see some hunting videos in the background, but we're just going to talk about and discuss some of the updates coming to the Monster Hunter World game and all the exciting stuff about to come to the game. So let's get into this. So the first update is the free title update for Deviljho. He's coming out next week. World Eater Deviljho. He's coming out March 22nd. So it's coming out to both PS4 and Xbox versions, which, you know what, Xbox finally deserves something, I guess. Since we've gotten all the good event quest. But
They got Wiggler.
True, they did get Wiggler. But it looks like we're getting a whole bunch of new weapons and 2 new armor sets. The Vangus Alpha and Beta, which is pretty exciting.
Right now we do not have any idea on the skills of the Vangus Alpha and Beta, but if they're anything like the old ones, you will be getting things that allow you to eat raw meat and gain bonuses on that.
Yeah, the Vangus armor existed in previous games. I'm actually pulling it up now on my computer. The Vangus outfit for Blade Masters back in Monster Hunter 4 was pretty nice. It gave attack up medium, speed eating, razor sharp, and raised hunger. Oh, it actually gave raised hunger. And had a torso up piece. So we might see our first torso up piece, but I think we're going to get an additional skill instead. I think we're going to get a Deviljho like 4-piece or a 3-piece. Hopefully it's like 3 or 2-piece skill set. That's what I'm guessing. We can't verify that, but that's pretty much what I'm hoping for. And another set with razor sharp.
We get a 2 and 4.
Go ahead.
No, we might be able to get a 2 and a 4.
True, because this used to be a set with razor sharp.
Has that.
So hopefully we can get another set with razor sharp instead of just the not Kushala, Xenojiva set bonus. But that'd be super awesome. So if you head over to CapcomUnity.com, that's kind of where we're getting our information off of, and you can see some of the photographs and all that kind of stuff. The link to that will be in the description down below. You can see some of the weapons that they're previewing for Deviljho, and they look pretty freaking sick. If the greatsword looks amazing, and it also comes with a palico.
And let's not forget we are also getting new designs for the sword and shield, hunting horn, bow, insect glaive, and charge blade. These were weapons that did not have a version from Deviljho before.
Which is super sick. The insect glaive I think also looks really cool.
Like I'm looking at the insect glaive and it looks beautiful.
So we're also getting a Palico armor, which is pretty awesome. Any additional Palico armor, I'm behind. Next on the docket is the Spring Blossom Fest. Spring Blossom Fest starts April 5th and goes all the way to April 18th. That's PT. GTMT is April 20th. So that's exciting. There's a bunch of different things going on with that. Like the entire Asteria is going to be redone. Of course, they're not going to redo the research base.
Not all of Asteria.
Oh, okay. I thought all of Asteria was getting a boost.
We don't know if all of Asteria is getting done. We only know that the Gathering Hall is getting done, and it looks amazing.
Oh yeah. From these pictures, it does look amazing. I absolutely can't wait. People are getting new uniforms. There'll be a new downloadable uniform for your guild marm. And all that kind of stuff. It looks like there's a couple other like springy Palico outfits too. I'm pretty excited for that as well.
We are also getting a new Poogie outfit too.
Everybody's got to pet their Poogie, man. Just long enough.
It's important to keep it.
If you have the luck of the Poogie, you can get those gems on every quest.
And we're also getting a new food platter too.
That's exciting. I can't wait to see if that'll be like. I wonder if that'll like have a current active skill, like a decent skill all the time, or if it'll be just like maybe that'll be like an extra Chef's Choice where it'll give you different skills in Chef's Choice, but it'll also always be fresh.
which will be very
Oh,
much
yeah.
appreciated. We're also getting new emotes with this. We're getting a ton of fun dancing emotes.
Yeah, I can't wait for that.
And I doubt they'll do damage, but they'll be awesome.
The fireworks one might do damage. I really hope the fireworks one works like a bounce bomb, but that's just me hoping. So, I think there's...
And then,
yeah. Next on the list is the Mega Man and Weapon Design Contest winners. So, they announced the Mega Man collab months ago, and we've just all been kind of waiting. If you haven't checked out the video, I definitely suggest it. I'm going to leave a link down in the description down below, so you can check that video out as well. It looks really funny, and the event quest for it will have, depending on what weapons you use, I believe, they said, will have different music from different Mega Man games. So I'm pretty excited for that.
It has been a long time coming, and I'm glad we're finally getting it. I'm looking forward to seeing all the different types of music that play. The event quest is going to be giving us almost certainly a mini crown and a gold crown.
Oh yeah. No, in the video, it's super cool seeing that teeny baby Adogron. I cannot wait to fight that thing. I can't wait to mount it. Like that, like you're literally gonna be riding that around like a cat rides around the Seamus and stuff.
It's definitely gonna be one of the more fun event hunts.
And April 6th, we're also going to be able to unlock the materials to craft the Wyvern Ignition Greatsword, which is the winner of the Community Weapon Design Contest. Again, you're going to see the picture of the actual Greatsword at the Capcom Unity link down in the description, but it looks freaking sick. From the screenshots and videos they had, it looks like the weapon's going to have, because he's wearing the Nergigante suit in the thing, which does give it certain abilities, but one thing it doesn't give is handicraft. So we can see that this weapon has white sharpness on its own, which is beautiful. Having white sharpness without any bug boost is absolutely beautiful, because they give you an extra 12% boost to your attack. And yeah, I'm pretty excited to see the damage output on this weapon, because right now I don't believe the Great Jaggy, Great Jaggerus Greatsword. Yeah, I don't believe it deserves, because it's a Great Jaggerus. Like, and I'd love to see somebody created just be an awesome weapon. I mean, it looks awesome. I can't wait to see it in play. Definitely expect to see mixed armor showcases with this weapon in the future.
Okay, now to expand upon that, what we can do here is if we look at the Nergigante set and assume it's alpha just for everything there, we can see what benefits the nerd gives, which is attack boost 4. That means we know how much the attack is being boosted there.
Okay.
So if we do that, we can start to extrapolate what the actual damage is. Now the numbers on it was, I believe, somewhere in the low thousands.
Yeah, it was like 1054 or something like that.
So if we can, we'll do some math in a little bit and we'll figure out what the exact value on that is, but I am almost certain that it's higher than the Jagger's hat.
So that's super exciting. That's super, super, super exciting, and it looks sweet. Like, it looks like an amazing Charge Blade. I might have to pick up Charge Blade, or I'm sorry, I might have to pick up Greatsword to play around with this weapon a little bit.
We got a Charge Blade for you coming up soon.
So, they did announce before this, not actually in this thing, but the day before, they did announce the Devil May Cry collaboration. They don't have a date on that yet, but what they did say in this is that each of the pieces for the Dante set will be separate. There won't be a full armor set like the Ryu and the Alloy. So that's pretty freaking exciting, if I must say so myself. Because mixing and matching that with other armor pieces, I cannot wait.
I can't even imagine the skills that are going to...
I'm hoping at least artillery, since his main weapon's a Charge Blade, but, I mean, that's just me personally. I do love my Charge Blades.
I'm assuming we might see some stamina stuff. I'm wondering if we're going to get both an alpha and a beta of this. I doubt, but...
We can hope. We can hope.
always hope.
Okay.
I absolutely...
Oh, yeah. Speaking of which, that Charge Blade that Dante wields looks freaking awesome, and I'm glad they can do things like this where they don't have to have all of the pieces, and they can make it look more authentic. So that's pretty exciting. Again, we were talking about this last night. Back in 4U, they had a shield and sword that was Link, and all that kind of stuff with the Master Sword and the Hyrulean Shield. I don't remember what that's called. Anyway, I played like 2 Zelda games in my life. Anyway, so how awesome would that look as a Charge Blade? Just saying. Leave that in the comment section down below if you think that would be awesome as a Charge Blade. Anyway, next on the docket list is March 22nd. So that's another date coming up here in a week. We're getting weapon balances. So the first one up is the Greatsword. Almost every melee weapon is getting a buff or a debuff, and then they kind of left the guns alone, but we'll get into that later. So the Greatsword got increased damage on its charge slash abilities, which includes the first one and the second one before the true charge.
As a Greatsword main, which I will be saying I am a main of a lot of weapons, because I try a lot of weapons in this game, you almost never use the second or third level charge on both the first and the second one, because the damage just isn't there. It isn't really worth it, and there's no real reason to go for it. I'm really hoping that this doesn't have the true slash, leave it in the dust yet again.
Oh yeah, I can't wait to see the up damage. It will actually bring back, I think, the old style of Greatsword just a little bit. Maybe not full, just sheath, draw, but I think it's gonna bring.
Well, it won't affect that. It won't affect that because the initial slash isn't being boosted.
Oh, okay.
And honestly, that style got killed because of the godlike weakness exploit.
True. I'm surprised they didn't hit weakness exploit or anything like that in this balance update, but they only hit weapons, so they didn't hit any skills yet. So I expect some skill updates to come soon as well, probably sometime in April or May, I'm guessing. Next is the Longsword. The Longsword got improved Foresight Slash, input timing, and hitbox detection. So that's the counter move that Longswords have, so now you have a bit more of an open window for your counter, and the hitbox has been extended for that as well, so that's pretty exciting. They also did get another boost. They got a boost to their their Helmbreaker. There we go. Their Helmbreaker now cannot be flinched, which is super exciting until you hit the ground. But that's through the entire animation, which is super important. So it sucks trying to do the Helmbreaker and then mid-animation just being kicked out of it and you lose part of your spirit gauge. So, next is the Shield and Sword, unless you have anything to add to the Longsword.
Aside from the fact that this is going to be a huge buff to it, I wish they'd have done something about its tripping, because we're going to see that they're doing other stuff to help out with flinching at different points during the hunt. For future updates, I would definitely love to see, like, I don't know, gives everybody in your party flinch free 1.
Yeah.
So let's move on to that.
That'd be super cool. So next is the Shield and Sword. The round slash damage got increased and it improved slinger usability. I think the slinger usability was actually, you could use slingers while you're for all weapons while they're active.
No, what it is that you can wedge beetle.
That's it. Okay, yeah, which is super interesting, super awesome actually. It allows for a lot of weird evades if you need to. I doubt it.
For those of you who play wedge beetles, this is gonna be amazing.
So I think it's going to allow for some very interesting evades. I'm super excited to see just like those small clips of you're about to get hit by like Basilgeist diving and you just like wedge beetle out of the way. So that'll be super fun. So the round slash damage increase is super nice because usually you'd skip the round slash and go straight into your jump combo. So this is super nice to see the bread and butter combo of a shield and sword be up to damage.
It's definitely hopefully gonna make that a more relevant move,
yeah.
Which it's been relevant-ish, but not nearly enough.
So you can talk about this next one, Jolly. Dual blades. They got an adjustment to maintaining their teeming gauge.
it's not a huge buff. Like, it's gonna help you stay in Demon Dash a little bit longer because, as you know, it boosts your attack, it boosts your attack animation. It's the best thing about the weapon. And overall, I think anything that helps you stay in Demon mode is the best thing in the game.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think it's going to change a lot of playstyles, but I do think that it's definitely going to be helpful towards both experienced and new players. With
Definitely. I'm pretty excited. I mean, I haven't dabbled too much into dual blades, but I think it'll definitely be a very useful asset. The hammer got an adjustment on its stun value, so it's going to do a little bit less stun and more stun on some of its each of its moves. So those are going to be mixed around a little bit. It's going to change a little bit of the playstyle, not too much. It's just some things are worth more doing now instead of being worth less like they used to be. I don't remember exactly which ones got buffed and which ones got debuffed, but I think it's just
most of the charge attacks.
Yeah.
Did.
So now it's not just doing your full burst or your full combo into your golf swing, which will help out your fellow teammates when you don't golf swing them constantly. So next is the hunting horn. Hunting horn got the boost it needed. I don't know if this is all it needed. I think it might need a little bit more, but this is a start. So the hunting horn got a general attack boost. This includes in its song, its self-improvement song, it did get an attack boost, which is super relevant. So it can, we don't know how it's going to stack with other attack boost, but go ahead.
No, what I'm hoping here is that you say it might be the boost that it needs, and as a hunting horn player, giving some weapons more songs would be ridiculously helpful, but giving the hunting horn more attack will make the less viable horns, like the Gamma horn, which is a great support horn but a terrible attack horn, into a far more aggressive choice.
Which I think the hunting horn needs, because a lot of people think of the hunting horn as a sit in the corner weapon, but hunting horns are best when they're in the fray and in the action. They do draw a lot of aggro, which sucks. Again, like, if they would carry anything over from Generations, I wish they would carry over the hunting horn. What it did was, when you hit the monster with the full song, and then played the song, you immediately got to play the song again and get the second buff. Which I don't think for the hunting horn would be too overly broken. Some of the other ones, some of their skills from Generations, yes, too good, like OP, whatever. But I think the hunting horn would really take advantage of that extra song.
It would definitely be nice. Like, the hunting horn did get some fun buffs in this game. I think it could stand to get more. But then again, they have to avoid making a support weapon too good, or it just ends up being the only weapon people use, because attack of blood plus amazing weapon equals like a full party of ruining.
Next on the list is the Lance. They got the counter thrust adjustment and increased ease of use. To be honest, I don't know too much about the Lance. Yeah. So we're going to move straight on to that. This is a discussion video. This isn't going over everything and being awesome at everything. Gun Lance. It reduced sharpness loss for shelling. So shelling used to ruin your sharpness.
This is huge. Oh god.
And it some attack power increase. So I guess some of the things with the Gun Lance now is if you're in lower sharpness and you start shelling, you actually get an increased boost to damage.
For those of you who play Generations, it sounds like they're doing more of a bludgeoner style skill,
which we have not seen enough of in this game.
Not even close.
That's one of the skills I absolutely love from Generations. I will support that skill till its dying day. I'm glad that was one of the few skills that made it over from Generations. But next is the Switch Axe. Zero-sum discharge adjust and increased ease of use.
Now, first of all, the fact that the mounted, I think it's all the zero-sum discharges and not just the mounted one. But getting earplugs level 4 with that is just beautiful. It was way too easy to knock you away before.
Oh yeah, so earplugs level 4 will block some monsters' roars, but it obviously won't protect you against like Elder Dragon roars. If we ever get Tigrex, it won't protect you from that. Stuff like that.
It won't stop Diablos.
Yeah, Diablos does have a high-pitch roar. But it will stop a decent amount of your lower tier monsters. It'll definitely stop all your tier 1, your threat level 1s, and maybe some of your threat level 2s. Probably about half of your threat level 2s.
We're also getting a damage increase on that, which is very nice. It didn't have bad damage before, but if everything else is getting a buff...
Yeah. I still need to make my Teos to charge or switch axe. That needs to be something I do in my life.
It's very good looking.
So the next update was to Charge Blades. They got a balance adjustment in their impact files and their power element files. So they actually tried to make their power element files more relevant, because pretty much Charged Blade was full of just impact files, because impact files helped with KOing the monster, just weakening it, exhausting, there we go, exhausting, and all that kind of stuff, and like, the artillery buff boost only helped with impact too, right? Or no?
No, it helps with all of them, but the problem is that impact was just so much head and shoulders better due to like the incredible value of knockouts and exhausting.
Yeah, so them making both of them a little bit more balanced is pretty exciting, and I can't wait to see more power element, because I really like the Rathalos Charge Blade, but again, it's a power element file, so I didn't use it as much. That's the one I tried to use against Kieran, and it wasn't bad, but it wasn't great. I much rather would have taken a impact one in. So next is to the Insect Glaive, which this one I think is a huge buff. Improves improves the improvements to the extra attack power increase and the effect lengths of it. So during mounting, your counter for that is not ticking down, which is super huge.
Oh my god, that is
yeah,
so big.
So
I can't tell you how many times I have been on a monster. I've been like on it for almost 30 full seconds, because monsters buck a lot more in this game. Like, you're on a monster for like way longer.
Oh yeah. So,
and I'd almost always lose extract, and then I'd get flung off, and it'd be like, okay, my first job is to get attack extract and try to swing at it a little bit, so that I can at least benefit.
So this definitely helps Insect Glaives as a whole, but it also definitely helps them as like a single player weapon as well, because like Jolly was just saying, like, if you were singly hunting something, you mount it, you knock it down, then you have to get your attack extract before you can really do anything worthwhile. You're kind of wasting a lot of your time, and that's the entire point of a mount, is to shorten the time of a hunt.
And I'm gonna say this while we're on Insect Glaive, I do wish they buffed the aerial damage of the Insect Glaive, because there's a lot of people who like staying in the air, and I wish that fighting style was supported better.
Yeah.
But hopefully that'll be in the future.
I think so. The bow kind of got the short end of the stick here. So it
deserved it.
The bow had a couple exploits and stuff like that. I'll let you go over this, Jolly.
Now the first thing is the multiple applications of coatings, which made the bow into an absolutely monstrous weapon for how much damage it could deal. And there's probably a lot of you who are sitting there holding your bows right now, looking down and wondering, is this still going to be worth it? And the thing is, like, I use the bow, I use the light bow gun, I use the heavy bow gun, and I lived through the slicing nerf. And your weapon will still be worth it. It might not get those, like, 2-minute kill times that you're posting on YouTube, but it will still be worth it. But Dragon Piercer builds, you guys took a hard hit, and I'm gonna pour one out for you right now. Like, crit draw Dragon Piercer was a big style, and the fact that you guys can't just wildfire anymore, that you have to dedicate to the attack more, makes it a slightly less viable style. But you know what? I trust in all of you to be able to overcome this, like we overcame this last
easily. So, like I said at the beginning, the light bowgun and the heavy bowgun, there were no adjustments made to them, which is absolutely fine because they already nerfed some of the ammo, which is, it is what it is. I'd like to see a small buff to.
We did get buffs on the other ones. We did get buffs on the other ones.
They do get buffs on it? Okay.
Slicing got nerfed, but everything else got, well, most of the main ammos, like normal and elemental, they got brought up.
Something else cool that they're adding into the game is everybody's going to get a free voucher on the 16th. You will be able to edit your character. Now, there's some things you'll be able to edit, and some things you still can't. You'll get one free edit, and then after that, you'll be able to purchase more on the PS Store or the Xbox Store, because that's probably what it's called. Nobody plays Xbox here. The things you can edit is you can edit your gender, you can edit your physical appearance, your skin tone, your features, etc., and your cosmetic appearance. So you can change your hair, face paint, all that kind of stuff. But you can do the appearance stuff, like the hairstyle, anytime you want anyway. So it's pretty much just the first two. You can not edit your hunter name, your palico name, or your palico's appearance, which I think the palico thing's kind of a letdown, but the hunter name I can understand.
I'm a little sad about the character. I get that, but my big problem is like, if I want to switch gender and my character's name something like Steve Bushman, like, it's gonna be hard to go over to playing this fanciful little female character who's just named Butch Hardman. Like, I mean, I understand it, but couldn't you give us a little leeway there?
So, some of the minor, I'm gonna call them minor, but they're super actually important, buffs we got in the game coming on March 22nd are also that you cannot be interrupted during carving animations anymore. So, there's been some stuff going around, which we're not going to get too far into, but there's people joining into hunts and, like, ruining the carves for the people they help out. They're just griefing and just constantly going in with a hammer, golf swinging, knocking them out of their carves, and ruining it for the people who actually need help, or if you came in to help somebody and the people who you helped also could do it as well, and just, like, ruin good hunts and kind of break up the community. And this, I think the Monster Hunter community is absolutely amazing. I love Monster Hunter. I've loved it since 4U. It's a great community. And also, guys, don't flash bomb when somebody's mounting. We're just going to say that right here. Thank you.
I made it my mounting for a reason. I changed that. You'll see it in the next hunt we do.
So, that's pretty much all the updates. Am I missing anything?
Well, you are forgetting one thing. The ability to return to Gathering.
Oh, yes! The ability to return to Gathering Hub. So, after a quest, you'll be able to either return back to camp, which, just take that out, nobody's using it. 2, return back to Asteria, or HQ, or return back to Gathering Hub, which I think is going to make the Gathering Hub a way more useful place, because really the Gathering Hub's kind of just tucked up in the middle of nowhere, and you kind of forget about it unless you really want some arena gear, or you want to take some snappy pictures with your friends and stuff. It's kind of more, it went from a huge place in like Monster Hunter 4U and Generations to just kind of like an afterthought. And this I think will definitely make it more of a usable entity. Also, we need food up there.
Well, it's hidden behind. Yeah, there is food up there.
We need more food up there.
Okay, I can't argue that. No, the thing was about the Gathering Hall that made it bad is the fact that it was already hidden behind a loading screen. And that's one of the things they're updating. They're trying to cut down on the load times, but I can tell you as somebody who's tried to go to the training hall, having to go from Astera into my room, loading screen, into the training hall, loading screen, then has to return to those same 2 loading screens. I don't go to the training hall that often.
Sadly, I suffer from the same thing. Yeah.
You can actually avoid that. If you do the world map while you're in Astera, you can select the training area from that.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that.
You can also select the Gathering Hall.
That's super nice.
You can select the training hall, or you can select the Gathering Hall if you do world map.
Okay, that's cool. See, we learn something every day. But that's pretty.
Although Yeah. Amusingly, if you leave the training hall, the animation is the exact same as if you returned from a hunt. Which I always find amusing because you just pat your thighs down a little bit and you're like flying 12 feet outside.
But I think that's the end of this update. I think I'm really excited to see all the spring things we're getting for Monster Hunter. Just seeing like them go this far into spring means we're probably going to get a nice Halloween update, a Christmas update, all those kind of things. 4th of July update, I don't know. But also seeing new monsters in the game, obviously I can't wait for any new monsters they add to it because it looks like they're willing to add new sets, all that kind of stuff. I want to see Savage Deviljho. That's next what I want to see. I can't wait. I can't wait to see all the different turf wars. Like, we saw some of them in the trailer, but I know there's turf wars with almost every monster. I cannot wait to see them.
I really hope so, yeah.
Again, I can't wait to see the one with Basilgeist. Like I said, I know we saw a little clip of it, but you just can't get enough of seeing Basilgeist get its butt kicked.
I think the best thing about that is that in that turf war, both of them take damage. And that is
I completely agree. Though it does mean that potentially both can interrupt your hunt, I assume. But
I mean, if they're both on the map, you've already gotten into the worst hunt ever.
True. But like I said, if you guys like Monster Hunter content, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. Thank you, Jolly, for joining us today. He will be back for many more videos in the future. Also, don't forget to check out the Mixed Armor set showcase that will be tomorrow. We have some pretty awesome sets. We have 2 sets in tomorrow's video, so be hyped for that. Don't forget to check out the old Monster Hunter videos on the channel. They will be either in the description down below and or in the end credits. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a great day. PokeRuss out. Peace.